training course for the T51-D where you have to land on a runway. Please be patient with myself because I'm quite new to this game and I'm just learning the basics, and I just thought to start off with an easy plane, preferably not a jet. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier, but I'm still finding it, I don't know, a bit difficult in places, especially with the trim and the pitch and all the other things. I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from, so let's just give it a go.
Welcome to the landing lesson. Today we will practice flying a visual approach pattern, followed by the engine shutdown procedure. If you're having trouble hearing my instruction over the engine noise, turn down the world and in-cockpit sound sliders in the options menu. Take a moment to stabilize the aircraft and level flight. Set the throttle.
I think I just need to turn up the options a bit in reference to the guy talking. I can't hear him. Okay, that should do it. 80%.
About 30 inches of manifold pressure to keep the speed around 250 miles per hour. Follow the coastline as we fly northbound. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to begin.
So he wants me to set the throttle to about 13 manifold pressure. I have no idea what that means. 250 knots. Why not? I think I'm doing over 300 on this. Oh, manifold pressure, right, okay. I get in 30 inches. Okay, that's set at 30. I need to slow down my airspeed. I need to trim the plane out. Wrong way. Okay, it's going to start to... I'm not slowing down now, we're still doing 300 mph.
The Mustang is not equipped with any modern precision approach systems, such as ILS. This means landings are performed using a visual approach pattern. In this lesson, we'll use a standard military overhead pattern. An overhead pattern consists of the following basic elements. Entry into the pattern on the upwind leg, where the aircraft is flown along the runway parallel to the landing course. The crosswind leg, where the aircraft is turned 180 degrees to take the downwind leg, using the turn to bleed off any excess speed. The downwind leg, where the aircraft is flown along the runway in the opposite direction of the landing course and is prepared for landing. The base leg, where the aircraft is turned another 180 degrees while descending to take the final approach. The final approach, where the aircraft is flown down a steady glide path past the runway threshold to the touchdown point. I've included an image with the mission briefing showing an example of the overhead approach pattern. To open the briefing, press left Alt plus B. Press the space bar key to proceed.
Okay.
The lengths and altitudes of a pattern may vary. For this practice mission, we will assume a typical pattern of entry at 1,000 feet above ground level and holding that altitude on the upwind and downwind legs.
Okay,
Base leg, descending to 600 feet toward the final approach point. A normal 3-degree glide slope from the final approach point, starting at 600 feet of altitude and 2 nautical miles away from the runway. Press the space bar key to proceed. The airspeeds flown in the pattern depend on the aircraft. For the 51-D, the pattern speed is no greater than 200 miles per hour, because the landing gear and flaps can only be lowered at speeds below 170 miles per hour. One of the advantages of the overhead pattern is that it allows you to bleed off any excess airspeed in the crosswind turn before settling down on the downwind leg and dropping the gear and flaps for final approach. Final approach is flown at 120 miles per hour, and touchdown speed is 90. Press the space bar key to proceed. Landing is one of the most difficult and dangerous elements of flying, especially in an airplane like the 51, where a powerful engine and large propeller in the nose of the aircraft pull a massive amount of torque. At low speeds, the aircraft is very sensitive to power changes, and it's easy to get into trouble by mishandling engine and aircraft controls, in particular at low altitudes when there's little time to react. Once we enter the pattern, be careful to avoid large throttle movements and handle the controls carefully to maintain controlled and stable flight. Press the spacebar key to proceed. Before entering the pattern, set the engine RPM to 2,700. You should see our airfield at 3 o'clock now, a few miles east of the coast. You should also see a pattern of green gates arranged in the air to help guide you through the overhead pattern all the way down to the runway. The pattern entry gate is the large green one, positioned 1,000 feet above the runway threshold. Take a heading for the entry gate, which will put you on the upwind leg over the runway heading away from the coast.
Okay, we've got to turn and head towards the markers, which are over there to my left, and I've got to descend about 900 feet. And the pattern markers look like, well, that big one there must be the first one I need to hit, so I'll head towards that and decrease for the 500 feet. Right, we're at 1700. I don't have mind reading this right. Complete new, by the way. Yeah, I'm at 1600. Gotta be at 1,000 above runway threshold. I'm okay so far. Now about 1300. First speed is about 270. Manifold pressure.
You're approaching the pattern. Level off at 1,000 feet and follow the gates to fly the pattern.
Okay. This me to level up at 1,000, but this marker here is a little bit above 1,000. There we go. Try to slow my speed down. I've missed the first one already. This thing doesn't turn as easy as you would think. You know, you're doing the responses on the stick, but it's quite slow. It could be on the airspeed. If I slow my airspeed down, maybe I'll get a bit more responsive. Okay, just slightly missing them. Altitude is still 1,000 feet. Airspeed is just over 200. Manifold pressure is way down. Looks like we're between 1,500. We're not hitting all the markers. Still at, oh, we're way low for that one. Looks like we're at 800 feet here. Need to increase. Need to trim the plane out. The wrong way. Okay, she's trimmed out, I think. God, I need loads of practice. Back up to 900. Still over 240. Said 200. Needs to be a lot slower than this, but it needs to be higher. Let's decrease RPMs. They might become a bit more responsive. Okay, we're at 200 RPMs. Manifold pressure 1,700. I think. Yeah. RPMs is about 2,500. Coming in for final. Speed has dropped. Altitude is dropping as well, believe it or not. I'm not actually doing anything. I've got the flaps down, it's going to drop even more. We're dropping really heavy now because we've got full flaps now. Maybe I'm putting the flaps down too early. I'm going to put the gear down in a minute. I think I'll wait. I said about 90 for the gear. About 120 mph. Compensate for drag. Full flaps. I think I got the flaps out too early. Altitude is just over 300 feet. Manifold pressure is 3500. RPMs is 2500. Plane's trimmed, so flying straight. Gear down. Gears down. Test speed should decrease now due to drag. Still over 100 mph. Applying a bit more power to compensate the drag. Okay, we're just going to come over a bit too short here. Oh crap. Flooring. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, well, that's the first time touchdown when I actually
Use careful Z or X rudder commands to roll down the center of the runway. Do not use the wheel brakes unless you have to. Set throttle to idle power at 1000 RPM. You missed some of the pattern gates in your approach. Next time, fly the pattern more accurately. Continue to roll to the next available taxiway to the right. Press and hold left control plus C to open the canopy.
Okay, that wasn't a bad landing. I've done a lot worse. So I'm coming off on the next left. Did he say next left? He wants me to open the canopy. I think we'll leave it for now. Okay, we'll keep going down the runway. Head for the next turn off and do the auto shutdown procedure. Did he say left?
Slow down and take the taxiway to the right.
To the right? Okay, so it's the taxiway to the right. So we're coming up on the next taxiway to the right. I'm using a bit of the wheel brake here just to get around. Okay, we've come off taxi to the right, we'll put the flaps back up.
Turn left and park in one of the parking spaces.
Turn left. Okay. Okay, I suppose it is as good as any, is it not? Let's just check our position. Okay, we'll just stop here. Oh crap. Okay, we've stopped here. Are we supposed to stop here? Maybe we're supposed to park back down there. Okay, let's turn around. Try and head straight on. So I want to trigger the next part to the lesson. Just get in here, I suppose. Okay, we'll open the canopy as suggested. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, stop playing for these silly buggers. No, not that way, the other way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does it matter? Yeah, have that then. Yeah, you can have your canopy over there. Canopy's open. How do we do shutdown procedures? I reckon it's just as simple as that down, that back, and that up. That won't move. Turn off the fuel. Can't turn that off. Have to prime, I suppose. Can't do anything with that. I think it's just simple as battery and generator. Okay, well at least we didn't die. So thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll do another one soon.